Hello everyone, Chepanlis Cheputalsu Ledu Kadu guys. My name is Shubham Sagar and today is 28th November 2025. So hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. My name again, I have told you my name, right? So this is my LinkedIn profile, screenshot, snapshot, whatever it is, and you can join me or you can, connect with me on LinkedIn. That's the right way of putting it. This is my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shub. I'll be sharing this particular Hindu analysis video by 9:30 a.m. in this Telegram channel, so you can join this Telegram channel if you haven't already. So let's start the discussion, guys. Yesterday I gave you people two questions, so let's try to delineate the answer of these two questions. Good morning, Harshini. Good morning, Karthik. Good morning, Matt King. So this was the first question, MCQ 11. The Paris Agreement want or aims to do what? Three statement. What do you think is the answer? Harshini, Karthik, Matt King, other people. So, like, what can be the answer here? What is the best possible option? I will give you 10, 20, 30 seconds. Radhe Radhe, Rishi. So, what is the answer? Limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, eliminate all fossil fuel use by 2030. Which of the above statements is or are correct? So Harshini has given the answer. B is the answer, 1 and 2. Eliminate all fossil fuel use. This is an extreme statement, guys. We will use it, and we have talked about our net carbon zero to be achieved by 2070, India's NDC. So this is an extreme statement. Nowhere it is written in Paris Climate Deal. So if you eliminate third, you are left with A and B. You have to check the second statement. Yes, they want to limit warming preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius, but we have seen in previous article, yesterday's article, that we have already reached 1.5 degrees Celsius in 2024. If we keep on doing that, then that will be the new norm, and maybe they will remove this particular thing. So Harshini, Rishi, Mad King, all of you have given the answer. Very good, yeah. MCQ 12. Which of the following are challenges faced by big science projects in India? So this was, I think, the first article where we were talking about neutrino observatory and we were doing a comparative analysis of India and China. There we have talked about big science projects. So what are the challenges, guys? What do you think is the answer here for MCQ 12? Chepandi's Cheputelsu Ledu Kadu, guys, Kadu Kadu. E.g. Utti. Purr, 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 purr. There is an actor in our time. He's not a Kapil Sharma. There is a song of his. Purr, purr, purr. You people don't know it because you don't know Hindi. Purr, purr means ud jana. That means it has flown apart. Okay, let's focus, guys. What is the answer for MCQ 12? Lack of scientific talent is never the issue. And here you don't have to do your, like, preach your knowledge. You have to go by what the author was saying and what that article was saying. The article was saying the major challenges faced by big science project is the local opposition, environmental concern, as we have seen with what happened in Theni, Tamil Nadu, related to our neutrino observatory, funding issue, and then bureaucratic and political interference. We have talent. Harshini is talented, Rishi is talented, Madke has always been talented from the time he was born, and Karthik and everyone else. So talent is not the issue, the other three are. A is the answer, 1, 2, and 4, as stated by Rishi and Harshini. Really, 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 really good. So 11B, 12A. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Let's do Chepandis. Oh my god, this article is so awesome. When I was reading it, then I realized it is awesome. When I'll be teaching you, then you will realize it is awesome. Page number 8, editorial, cumulation case and its simple lesson. Sanjay Hegde, senior advocate designated by Supreme Court of India. He is my junior, like 10 years junior to me, although he looks old because he took a lot of tension and all. So here he's talking about Lieutenant Samuel Cumulation, who has been dismissed by Indian Army. Why he has been dismissed by Indian Army? He's a Christian, and if you even search his image on internet, you will not find his image anywhere because there is something called as privacy. Whenever these dismissals happen in Indian Army, they don't show you the images. So Lieutenant Samuel Cumulation, he is a Christian. So what he did was, like Indian Army, they promote secularism. Their motto is secularism. You see this? In general, army has historically upheld unity and diversity. During Operation Sindhu, the face was Colonel Sophia Qureshi, who is a Muslim. So again, we have, like, army has historically upheld unity and diversity, and in their parades, what they try to do is they try to bring people of different religions into religious places. Let's say temple, gurudwara, all these things happen. So this Samuel Kamleshan sir, who is a Christian, he was like, I will not enter into temple, Gurudwara, sanctum. Now, why this whole article is associated with all the three mains paper, GS 1, 2 and 3. Good morning, Iltush. Iltush is a good girl. GS 1, secularism. GS 1, art and culture. Basically culture. Secularism. GS2, because it will deal with something known as Article 33, fundamental rights, or limitation of fundamental rights, so to say. And why GS3? Because it is about defense, internal security, and all those stuff. So all these three mains paper. So very important, and a very high probability of this particular case being asked in any of these paper, GS1, GS2, and GS3. So again, I will also ask your view, guys. What do you think? Is this correct or not? Whatever we will discuss. So Lieutenant Samuel Kamleshan sir, he was like, I will not go into temple, Gurudwara, sanctum, sanctorum. Now, when you people will become 18 plus and you will read art and culture, you can also read it via my history to NCERT series. So there is something called as Garbhagriha, which is known as sanctum sanctorum. What is sanctum sanctorum? So, when you enter a temple, you don't directly go to where the god is. First of all, you will enter into mandapa, you know and then after going through mandapa, you will enter into garbhagriha, where the deity will be presided. So sometimes there are different multiple deities. Then you have something known as panchayatan style of temple. We are not concerned, we are not reading temple architecture here. You just have to understand garbhagriha, sanctum sanctorum, where deity is placed. And when you are entering into it, the place you are witnessing is mandapa. Mandapa is known as jagmohana in Kalinga architecture. Jagmohana. So again, these facts we have to keep in mind. Okay, Kamlesh Vishwakarma. Let's focus. So what we are discussing here, temple, Gurudwara, sanctum. So he was like, and it's not like he refused everything in this parade where they were going into temple and Gurudwara. He did certain stuff. What he is saying is, he attended the parade, he followed custom, he removed shoes, he tied turban, but his only request was, I will not enter into this Garbhagriha. My religion does not allow me, because Garbhagriha is very, core to a particular religion, the Garbhagriha where the deity is presided. So he's like, I will do all these things. I will attend the parade, I will follow customs, I will remove my shoe, I will tie turban, but I will not go into sanctum sanctorum. On that account, he was dismissed from army. Army believed that he is not gelling, and this is actually a disobedience scenario. And then there were other cases also. Court relied on, again, it is going against military discipline and all those things, disobedience of a lawful command, and that's why he was dismissed. And now Delhi High Court is like, yes, whatever happened, the darkest place where the god statue is kept, Garbhagriha. Oh my god, Karthik, such deep words. So again, Delhi High Court upheld the dismissal. What is your view on this whole case, guys? Up until now, you will read more things, but up until now, what do you think? Was this a good thing? Military discipline and he being dismissed? Delhi High Court upheld the dismissal. Supreme Court is like, no, no. There is an Article 33. Now, this is important. You have to understand. So, you have Article 12 to 35. Fundamental rights comes under which part of Indian Constitution, guys? Any idea? So, Article 12 to 35, it deals with fundamental rights. It comes under which particular part of Indian Constitution? If you know it, post it in the comment section. So there is Article 33, which puts a limitation on fundamental rights for armed forces, among other things. So it's like, in army, there is a certain amount of hierarchy, discipline, which has to be maintained. So in that scenario, you cannot say that my Article 25 to 28 or right to freedom of religion is violated. No, there is a limitation which is put on armed forces under Article 33. So Delhi High Court, Supreme Court, they're like, no, we are not going into this arena. Because you have Article 33 and military discipline is also a thing. So whatever happened to Samuel Kamleshan is valid. We are not entering into this arena. So Mad King, Harshani and Iltush, they have given the answer. Part 3. Cool. Judicial deference. Court typically differ. Whenever these military judgments are given, you will never see court going against them, more often than not. But this article is saying such deference should not end the wider national conservation or conversation about accommodation and rights. And here we will talk about different cases in what happened in India and what happened internationally as well. And then you can also give your view right now, and you can give your view later on also. This is important, guys. It can be asked in interview as well. When there is an article which has ramification for multiple mains paper, it can be asked in interview also. Army's perspective in regiments, officers must bond with troops, rituals, even religious one, boost morale. So when you learn about different people's religion and customs, then you know about these things and you bond better. That is what is army's rationalis. Army felt completion refusal created distance. Court accepted this reasoning and the dismissal. So army's track record, as we have discussed, army, unlike many political parties in India, they don't believe in these things, dividing people on the basis of religion. Army has historically upheld unity and diversity. We have discussed the example, Sufia Qureshi ma'am, she was the face of Operation Sindoor, and she is a Muslim. And he attended again. So we have talked about this scenario, and now we will talk about some national and international example and what can be the way forward in cases like this. So we have discussed, it was not like he was against all the customs, Samuel sir. He attended parade, followed custom, removed shoes, tied turban, but he was like, I will not go into the Garab Griha Sanctum Sanctorum during active worship. Now, let's talk about some cases. Eric Liddell. So on whom Chariots of Fire movie has been made. So who is Eric Liddell? Let me show you this guy and let's try to understand these cases. There is a very high probability of this being asked in exam, guys. So you have to substantiate it with example also. Harshini, sir, whatever happened is clash between legality and individual morality as per the professional ethics of armed forces. He is expected to act outside his religious morality. I totally accept what Harshini is saying. Very well put, Harshini. So now let's talk about this guy, Eric Liddell. So Eric Liddell, he belonged to, I think, Protestant religion. In Christianity, you have Protestant, and so that denomination, and Catholic. So he was Protestant, and he was like, he was a part of 100-meter race and all those stuff, 400-meter. He was like, I will not participate in 100-meter race because it was scheduled to happen on Sunday, which was a Sabbath, which was some religious festival for his religion, and he was like, I cannot do. I cannot run 100-meter. Ideally, he should have been dismissed by his country. He is going to Olympics and all those stuff, and he is saying that he will not run 100-meter. But they allowed him to run 400-meter. They were like, no, we are not dismissing you. We are not sending you back home. We are not doing anything. You will run. You don't want to run 100-meter because it is on a particular day when your religious sensitivities are involved, whatever. So you run 400-meter. That's what happened with Eric Liddell, and on him, Chariots of Fire is based. So here we are seeing an accommodation. What this article will also talk about, they will give you different cases and we will understand everything. Your opinion is your opinion. That's totally fine. So article cites Eric Liddell, whose religious conviction was respected by adjusting event schedules, shows accommodation can preserve team spirit. It was not like it was adjusted. It was just like he participated in 400-meter. But in most of the cases, in most of the scenarios, he would have been sent home. That would have happened.